guys, it's a weekend, which means it's time for another edition of Technoholik, where we try to get you addicted to technology every single week. Now, the show is all about the new fancy gadgets and gizmos and new technologies, one of which we will be showcasing on the show this week. I'm not going to do that by myself. With me is Sagar Gokhale, and Abhi is going to join us in a little bit. So as we've told you, there's something new on the show this time. But first things first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show today. Up ahead on Technoholik, we get you up and moving with our top 5 games for the PlayStation Move. We also get you a preview of the most awaited Android phone, the Samsung Galaxy S2. But first up, we promised you new tech on the show, and we bring it to you from LG. Stay with Technoholik. Okay, so as we promised you, the new technology on the show this time has got to do a lot with processors. Now, dual-core processors are coming in phones. We've seen a couple of phones at CES, and these phones are now in India. The first one is the LG Optimus 2X. Before we get into the review, Sagar, which Abhi is going to get us in just a little bit, dual-core processors, new concept, public's going to take it.
I don't know whether they're going to take it, but this is obviously for the hardcore geek. People, those who really like their tech to be really up there. A lot of power on your phone. You can do all sorts of new things, possibilities which have not been explored up till now. So yes, and plus LG is the first one to do it, so they have their name in the record books in India. First phone with a dual-core technology on it. Yep, dual-core processors is an all-new concept, 2 times the power. What all can you do with the phone? Well, for starters, let's give you a review of the LG Optimus 2X. This phone, I had seen it at CES earlier, and it's a pretty good-looking phone. How well does it do? I'm not going to tell you that. Abhi's here with the review.
Thanks, guys. It's not just because the latest Transformers movie is out that we're talking about the Optimus series of phones after Optimus Prime, the big boss, but I actually happen to like this particular line from LG. I've been using the Optimus One since I think almost October last year. I really like this series of phones. This was the first one, the Optimus One, to come with Android 2.2 built in. It's a pity then that this didn't at least have Android 2.3. It still comes with 2.2.2, and then you can upgrade it later. But it definitely shows that LG is now very much in the super phone market, right at the top of the Android battle with HTC and Samsung. With the Optimus One, they were more like sort of a mid-range Android maker. With this one, bigger, much sharper screen. It's 480 by 800 right now, the resolution on this beautiful 4-inch screen. LG is really making a statement that they want to be a big player in the Android space. And those of you hoping that this touchscreen will be as good as the iPhone, well, nearly there, but still not quite. The capacitive touchscreen is still a bit sensitive, and you need to give it a little more push than usual. Oops, taking a little time to come on, and there you have it. So it just does take a little more sensitivity than the iPhone, which is still the best touchscreen out there. But overall, it wasn't something that came in the way of the experience, saying that, oh, this touchscreen just doesn't cut it for me. Of course, the big thing, the reason that the 2X is there in the word Optimus, is that this is the first dual-core smartphone out there. So it's not got one, but 2 1 gigahertz ARM A9 CPU cores running over there, and of course the Tegra 2 graphics platform from NVIDIA. So pretty powerful as far as the specs are concerned. But the question you really have to ask is, do you really need that much power on a phone? I mean, multi-core is great if you're running many computation-intensive processes at the same time. I had to think of ways that I could actually try and see if the multiple cores are helping. So I even went to the extent of downloading the uTorrent app, and I'm going to pretend that I didn't do anything illegal with it. There are lots of legal stuff you can get on torrents these days, to see if encoding is happening in the background, and can my applications run in the foreground, file download happening in the background, and of course the most important app on any smartphone today, which is absolutely critical for performance, the very technical scientific task of playing Angry Birds. All happens smoothly, but if there was a double-blind test and I were given 2 phones, one dual-core and one non, I kind of would struggle to find out the difference. It would really have been cool if LG had managed to put a special app on this which let you actually choose which processes run on which core and see how it's working. I'm sure somebody will have an app in the Android marketplace soon for that, but nothing as of now to actually let you mess with the core. As far as graphics and the screen is concerned, gorgeous, very smooth, great resolution, video capture with that 8 megapixel camera is at full HD. And of course, the one thing that is really good in this phone is that it's got HDMI out and it's got mirroring, which means whatever you see on the phone, you'll see on your HD TV when you plug the included micro HDMI cable. It's very annoying that people keep saying that, oh, we've got standard ports, micro HDMI, and they don't give the cable, because it's very tough to get that micro HDMI to HDMI cable in the market. So it's great that they put it in with the phone, and at $27,500, it is kind of a competitive deal. The only problem though is that, you know, after announcing it as far back as December, it's just about hit the market now. It's going to be available in all stores in India this week onwards. The Samsung Galaxy S2, which kind of beats this on most specs, is already out. It's thinner, lighter, faster, everything. So maybe they were just a little late on this, and it doesn't even have Android 2.3. And again, you have to have a very good reason to want to use 2 cores on a smartphone. So if you're a super geek, maybe it does have the wow factor that, hey, I'm using a dual core smartphone. But beyond that, you know, is it really the best Android smartphone out there, or, you know, better than the iPhone? Not really, but the good part is at least LG is getting there, and they're a serious player. We're probably going to have a look at the Samsung Galaxy S2 pretty soon in any case.
Abhi agreed that LG is finally getting into the big league with the Optimus 2X, but that is really no reason for you to be sitting in a chair which looks like you're all set for world domination.
Okay, I know you guys are making fun of me and stuff, but there's actually a really technology reason for this, and that is that if you're a geek spending hours staring at your laptop or your desktop, the part of your chair that's probably most important is this section. Most chairs don't have it, because otherwise you'll end up, you know, shoving your neck out and twisting your vertebrae in the other direction and giving yourself a bad, you know, neck ache, which I've got in the past. So most physios and doctors say actually that this part, giving you back support on the back of your head, is most important in a chair. So if you really are a technoholic and you want to take care of that body of yours, you know, don't listen to Sagar and Radhika making fun of me for having this Dawn look-alike chair, but actually get one with some neck support, huh?
Okay, Abhi in his very Dawn-like chair, getting us a review of the Optimus 2X. Now, Sagar, yes, dual-core technology, first time in a phone. 2 processors means double the power. What else can we expect the phone to do for me to specifically choose a dual-core over something as the iPhone 4?
See, actually, I really liked Abhi's review. So his point was very, very true. The fact that a normal viewer or a normal user is not going to notice the difference right away. But what he is going to notice is, because apps haven't been made for this technology, games haven't been made for this technology. So obviously, in time to come, there will be games specifically made which need a dual-core processor to run it, which means more power, more graphics, especially on that 4-inch screen. Playing games with that kind of power is going to be a lot of fun. So I think that there is a brighter side to it, but obviously this technology is going to be specifically for very, very high-end users. Obviously we're missing Varun right now in our studios, but he is going to be one of the early adopters to this technology. Maybe not you and me so early, but hey, the techies are going to go in for the dual cores.
For me, the dual-core processor is a good thing, but the thing is, I wouldn't use my phone to do that much. I would like to have dual-core processing in iPads and tablets, because that is where I think it makes more sense. It's a bigger screen, much more processing power, much more add-ons that you can put to actually make use of the technology. But the other thing is, considering that Apple has a bigger ecosystem of apps, dual-core technology on an iPhone, would it still be better than Android?
I don't know. Android is catching up, and I mean, they're pretty much neck and neck. Obviously, till now, I mean, we keep on having this debate every week on the show. What's better, Android, BlackBerry, or Apple? And obviously, till now, Apple is the leader, but it's a close race. So keep on following the race.
It is a close race, and you keep on following that race. For now, I'm at least saying that the LG Optimus 2X, to me, as a phone, is very good. It's got everything that I would need. It's got a really nice camera, it's capable of doing 1080p, and the biggest thing, it comes with an HDMI cable, which I really like. But dual-core processor technology, to me, I've still not just warmed up to it, you might say. Sagar, you're a yes or no on the phone?
I am a maybe on the phone. Dual-core technology, 2 thumbs up. On the phone, maybe, because I haven't used it yet, and it's not exciting me just by the pictures.
But also you have to consider, and it's a very great thing that LG has done, that it was the first one to get a super cheap Android phone in the market. That was the LG Optimus, and it's kept the trend going with the LG Optimus 2X, which is just available for $27,500. Now, the only thing that you will have to consider is that, considering there are so many options for smartphones in the market, and the Samsung Galaxy S2 is one of those options, which is where we have to take a break in this segment, because in the next one, we're getting a preview of that very phone. Stay tuned.